You know the rules in a Scream movie.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
The mask is a costume anyone could just put on. But in Scream 3, the costume hides something different. Not just a person, but a director. A manipulative, calculative director who used Hollywood itself as a weapon. He's none other than Roman Bridger. And he's certainly the smartest, most calculated, and certainly the most personally motivated Ghostface the series has ever shown. Most Ghostfaces before him were friends, lovers, or revenge seekers tied to a specific moment. A betrayal, a dead girlfriend, a cascade of reputational ruins. Roman's plan, though, is cinematic in the purest sense. He builds a movie around the murders he wants to stage. He uses the machinery of Hollywood to control the investigations, and he crafts the ending in which Sidney Prescott's life becomes the final scene. That level of theatrical makes him uniquely clever than the rest. Roman isn't just wearing the mask. He wrote the script to his own crimes. He arrives on the Stab 3 set as the director, the man with authority and access. That position gives him plausible reason to be at places other killers may not be. It gives him a cover. A professional temperament that disarms colleagues and investigators. It's a brilliantly practical choice. If suspicion falls on anyone close to the production, it's the director who's most likely to be trusted and least likely to be watched. But cleverness alone doesn't make a killer compelling. Roman's motivations make him terrifying. He isn't only trying to get revenge for a wound in his past. He's angry that the world fell in love with Sidney Prescott, the attention she gained, and the pain that sprung from someone else's trauma.
Who is this? It's Mother, Laura. Now be a good girl and turn on the news. Do as Mother tells you.
Roman sees himself as the wrong artist ignored, abandoned, and eclipsed. That resentment builds a meticulous campaign to both kill and frame, to ruin Sidney's life while playing God over the imagery of her mother, Maureen Prescott.
Oh, I was so pretty. Everybody loved me.
It's personal as fuck, and that personal obsession makes him surgical with his choices. But where's Sidney Prescott? The phone calls. He doesn't just stalk, he scripts. He controls what people see, what evidence surfaces, and when. He even drags old wounds into new crime scenes by planting images of Maureen Prescott all over the place, forcing the past to bleed into the present. That level of narrative orchestration is what sets Roman apart from the previous killers. There's also practicality to Roman's approach. Scream 3 is set in Hollywood, a cramped ecosystem of sets, trailers, and eccentric stars. I love how Jay and Silent Bob were in the movie.
Shit, Samba, it's that TV news shit, Connie fucking Chung.
Roman uses every nook of that ecosystem as cover. A director's schedule gives him plausible access to late locations. A film's chaos provides that perfect distraction for clean escapes. My boy was always out when he had the chance. If earlier killers relied on brute force and opportunism, Roman layers opportunism with logistics, access, alibis, and knowledge of cameras and staging that let him manipulate what others will and won't see. There's been a debate among fans. Could Roman have truly done it all alone? Some theories posit a hidden accomplice, a second Ghostface who helped manage the kills. But the official narrative of the film and later franchise confirms that Roman did everything all alone. A one-man director of death who used his insider status to orchestrate all the chaos. The creative decision also makes the film's twist sharper. A reveal that's less about who and more about why. It's telling too that Scott Foley, the actor who played Roman, was kept in the dark about his character's full nature while filming. That's bugged out. The secrecy around the film's reveal shows how the filmmakers treated Roman like a literal plot device, withheld from the cast, hidden in scripts, a late disclosure to maintain the sting of the unmasking. That secrecy mirrors Roman's own method. Information controlled, revealed only when he chose. When Roman finally unmasks himself to Sidney, it's not just a jump scare moment, it's a monologue. He explains his lineage, his rejection, his venom. He tries to turn the camera back on Sidney by framing her, by telling a story that would make her a monster. But in the end, Roman's artistry is also his flaw. His need to perform leaves evidence, cracks in his control that Sidney and the audience can exploit. It's actually kind of poetic. The director who staged murders is undone by the protagonist who refuses to be reduced as a role. So why call Roman Bridger one of the most clever Ghostface? Because he reimagined what the mask could represent. He turned the meta-commentary of Scream, the way horror films feed on frame and narrative, into his own weapon. He weaponized publicity, set politics, and the machinery of movies themselves. He wasn't just killing to settle scores. He was directing a story he insisted the world will watch. Roman Bridger proved proves an unsettling fact about Scream 3. In Hollywood, the person behind the camera can be more dangerous than the monster in front of it. When the director is the killer, the film becomes reality, and you never quite trust the camera again. If you like this dive into Scream 3, consider subscribing to the channel for more content.